I have about an 85% quit rate on that map that's nothing but cars that explode.
Oh, I hate it.
Well, they have a map where there's nothing but cars that blow up.
First of all, I'm really good at it because
no, I have not.
Not many people use frag grenades like old school frags because there's so much cool shit, but you can fling a frag grenade. So I run those bitches and resupply, and I'm just chunking them because the whole map. Go ahead.
There's a fucking incline on both sides, so it's not like a steep incline, but there's the central portion of the. It's a freeway, just a 2-lane freeway. I don't know, maybe 3 lanes. I don't know what it is, and it kind of makes a point like this. And so if you're in the center, you have this kind of top advantage. You can look down a little bit, but the whole fucking map is covered in cars, and those fucking cars will blow up if you throw an aid at it. And if one blows up, all of a sudden 4 blow up, and it's just a nuclear weapon. That does not do justice to how shitty this fucking map is.
That's the part without that many cars. That's the part without that many cars.
Can all of these blow up? None of these are cover?
All right, so the big thing doesn't blow up. Yeah, the trucks, the big things. The camper doesn't blow up, and the fire truck doesn't blow up. Everything else explodes.
And you have a tiny lane right there off the right. And like that's like maybe like a 6-foot long kind of like walkway, if you can imagine, like a
we call it a tunnel,
civilian walkway. And then there's like a 1-lane thing to the right of that. So technically it's a 3-lane map, but it's just
this is where like 60% of the fighting happens, and it's awful.
It is a bottom 5.
Search and destroy on this is actually search isn't that bad, but everything else is garbage.
Search maybe it's different, but can you just pre-explode your own cars? Is that a viable strategy?
It would take so long, you know. You don't have a lot of explosives. Now we've wasted all of our explosives.
Yeah, the spawns might flip too. So I mean, but that's the thing. It would take a lot of grenades because there's just nothing but cars. You saw it was like 20% of the map. It's like a long stretch of just.
Oh, and they're going to blow up one way or another. Don't worry.
They fucking funded it on that map. That was like, all right, crunch time.
Can you still vote down maps? And
no, there's no voting for maps. You are assigned a map, and you are assigned an opponent.
Dude, if this is okay, like there have to be more cars photoshopped into this, right?
No. You see, all right. So if you look at the very end,
this is like a prank map.
If you look at the very end where there's the bridge, that's where you spawn. Those cars back there, if you get a nade in, all like 4 of them explode. Like in a chain, 4. They're that close to be packed. So that's where I'm throwing my frags. I'm trying to get them back into there.
It is terrible. And
I bet every once in a while, though, you get a real big nade that like makes this a fun map, right?
Like quads and
you get a whole kill feed.
Yippee! 3 kills. Let me go cash those in with the. What do I do with the 3 kills, Taylor? I don't care anymore.
I don't know. I'm a glass half full kind of guy.
I will say though that the rest of the core maps are actually like pretty decent. Like in terms of like initial maps, I think this is like one of the stronger ones. I didn't really love Cold War. I thought it was kind of a boring MP experience. Vanguard was like, I thought Vanguard was pretty decent, but I think people just don't want to play World War II shooters.
They have a map in this game that has a lot of water. You're able to. It basically has an under the map, there's like a watery network that you can swim in a little bit, and there's multiple entry and exit points, little pools.
And they're like, these little pods that you can pop out of like a tadpole.
And you can use your pistol underwater, so he like pulls his gat out.
Or you can't use your. That is awesome though. I love being a little fucking rat on that map and just going from hole to hole and just fucking with people.
Do you have the rat shot pistols?
I'm working on getting a Kimbo for the Glocks, but it's taking quite a while. It's like takes quite a bit to.
Like the rat shots are better. The Bsllіed is way better than the Glock.
Or the snake shots with the shotgun shells or whatever. And I think you can run it akimbo. Yeah.
It's akimbo, snake shot, revolvers, and so you can just remember the old akimbos from Modern Warfare 2. Those shotguns,
1887s.
You've got those, but they're in 5-shot 500 Smith & Wesson Magnums. Mine are gold with like long barrels, and he's just running around like this, just.
Dude, one of the most fun memories I have of COD is when they hadn't quite patched those 1887s yet, and so everyone was just running around, long-shotting each other, spinning. That was so much fun. They got to it pretty
quick, so there was like a golden.
They did real quick.
There was like a golden week there where you were just a
it wasn't that quick, Hutch. They fixed it like improperly. Like it, if I recall, they fixed the gun, and then there was an attachment. Maybe it was akimbo. I forget what it was. Where it was still broken. It stayed broken for a while.
That is I can't, like, that's triggering my memory. Yeah. Originally, it was you could just use 1 or 2 and it would go super far. And then they patched 1 and everyone's like, just use 2. It's the same again. And then, like, that's
and then that stuck around. Modern Warfare 2 was terrible because it
remember
was
the javelin glitch
so long.
Yeah.
I don't remember the
Here's the javelin glitch.
Oh,
you had to like look down at something and like but anyway, you triggered the javelin and now you can sprint at full speed, but you're a walking javelin bomb.
Yeah.
But and the javelin impact in Call of Duty is the biggest explosion in the game. It's far exceeds any of the like hand thrown stuff. It's much more like a predator missile than anything. So you're a walking predator.
So when you
missile.
got shot, the missile would hit the ground right away.
Instant.
Like
instant
if you got
explosion.
killed, it would just. And then, so it was like martyrdom times 5.
Oh, I never did that one. I should.
I did it so much.
Oh, Modern Warfare 2 was terrible. The care package glitch ruined the game. I didn't like Rust lobbies. Some people like that as a bug, but to me, it was another thing. You could get pulled into glitch lobbies against your will. Like that was the thing that happened. And you'd like rank up super fast.
And you would get hacks. Like it would like give your character like an extra perk slot instead of a lethal grenade or whatever.
I was in a game where people had fully auto grenade launchers. So you just, and it's just shooting an endless amount of nades out of it. That game was really broken. If I recall correctly, the studio got like decimated shortly after it came out and they couldn't repair it.
Yeah, there was a lawsuit. There was a lawsuit going on because some of the talent there, some of the developers, they sued Activision because they alleged in court that, and I think they settled out of court, but they alleged that they were owed like multiple millions and millions of dollars in bonuses that they never got.
I can remember Hutch making a video about this on High Rise.
Yeah,
that's
maybe
from what?
Isn't it funny how you remember the map
from like 14 years ago?
The post-launch support for that game had the potential to be like an all-time top 5 FPS, and it ended up being literally one of the worst FPSs of all time. Because
I'm glad you agree with me on that. It was one of the worst ever. So if a COD has a 1-year life cycle and that game was horribly broken for 7 or 9 months, it can't be good.
I was out of there after like 4 or 5 months. I went back to COD 4. I'm like, I'm not going to World of War. I'll just, enough people were playing COD 4.
People forget Modern Warfare 2 was the game that content creators made videos of themselves destroying it. Like it was a funny little thing it was a little trend that went on for a week of everybody destroying their copy of Modern Warfare. Yeah. White Boy melted his on the stove, I think.
I thought I'd make myself a little side salad, and along with that, I'm going to go ahead and saute up a little bit of Modern Warfare 2. We're going to have a little bit of olive oil in here just to get it nice, make sure it doesn't stick, and we're just going to brown it a little bit. We're not going to overcook, just a little brown. We're just going to do that. All right, let's, maybe we'll put some Italian spices on it too. We'll see how it goes. All right, I have the stove on right now, and we're just going to put some olive oil in. So, usually wouldn't use this much. We're going to use it copiously because we want to make sure that we have enough. We want to make sure we have enough olive oil for our needs. Let's get that around everywhere. Ooh, that's getting hot. That is getting hot. All right, now we're just going to gently place the Modern Warfare 2 into the pan. All right. Oh dear, I don't think this temperature is going to be hot enough. We're just going to have to turn it up. How about, ooh, starting to smell pretty strongly, I've noticed. Maybe we should have the fan on low. Don't want to die of noxious fumes that may be coming from this burning plastic and metal. Because that'd be a crying shame, wouldn't it? I don't like the way I'm looking into the camera, but I'm not actually looking because I can't tell on the iPhone where it exactly is. But it's a learning process. It's a learning process right now. So, oh, that's coming along nicely. Oh, that's just wonderful. Alright, so the Modern Warfare 2 is really, really crisping well. I'm starting to get a bit brown. I'm seeing a little bit of melting happening here. Maybe that's a bit too high of a temperature. Before I end the video, let me show you guys what we got. We got a nice seasoned Modern Warfare 2 here. That's fantastic. The cracks on the back, almost like a butterfly steak, if you will. Now let's flip that over. Oh, louder than I anticipated. Oh, there's the front, little bit bent, sizzling a bit. Oh, that's just fantastic. You can actually see the juices coming right out of the sides. Oh, that's fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to rate and comment and do that whole thing.
FPSRussia shot his copy, and then when it was time for him to make the fucking commercial for Call of Duty, they were like, "Did you make a Call of Duty hate video?" Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah."
That game was. It was so frustrating because it was like it's right there. The greatness is right there. All you got to do is it's literally like get rid of explosives being replenished in one-man army. And the care package glitch and Commando Pro is like out of control. Like I like the philosophy of just making everything kind of overpowered, which is I think what they did with Modern Warfare 2 this year is like there's so many strong things.
I wasn't even going to talk about weapon balance because here's my thoughts on that. You talked about what's your idea of a fun game? What's your idea of weapon balance? Like what do you imagine? And I don't mean you specifically, I mean like the listener, like when you think of like what it's like in the world of Call of Duty to exist. Like, what do you think of that? Because when I think of COD 4, what I think of, okay, we've got ARs that are good at like medium long and kind of sucked short and, you know, that balance sort of thing. That's out the window.
COD 4? You had
that's what I want.
M16 and the MP5, and that was like it, you know.
Well, I'm saying that's what I want, ideally. And those are the outlier, like there's like 3 guns in that game that stand out better than everything else that needed to be fixed. And they never worked.
Jug AK action.
But in this game,
the original game, and the original, you had like the AMP, you had like the shotguns, you had the ACR, you had the even the SCAR, the M4. Like I prefer, and I think Black Ops 3 did a similar kind of approach to it, where it was like, fuck it, let's just make everything super strong. And I kind of prefer that because I think it gets a little mundane if you try to make everything like perfectly balanced. Or there are definitely some shitty guns in this game, but there are a lot of really, really good guns in this game, and the time to kill is so. I would love to know what the average time to kill is because there's so many snipe. They've got They have 3 different classes of guns that kill with 1 shot to the head or neck or something like that. They've got like a marksman rifles, the sniper rifles, and the battle rifles. And it's a little nasty. The snipers are fucking nasty in this game. They're gross.
With the canted laser, the thing where you don't even aim down sights, you just sort of do this to the gun. This is your aim down sights. What they
did with the realism mode in Modern Warfare 2019, it was like their version of hardcore, where like when you ADS'd, it would like show you a laser instead. I don't like that attachment. I can't really. I've seen some people tear it up with it, but I'm not very good with that attachment. I need like a red dot or iron.
I use it on an AR, and I like it. I like just dragging the recoil out of it, and it's fun to use. I'm pretty good with that. But I've seen people use it with a sniper, and you're just clicking on people now. There's no scope. There's no sight of any kind. You're just able to like die.
It's like the Car 90. It's like the Car 98 unscoped from COD 2. Like the sniping in this game feels really similar to COD 2, which is awesome for me. But it's kind of annoying because like there are a lot of people running around with snipers in this game. So I do think they need to be like maybe like a little bit nerfed. Like the ADS speed is pretty intense. It's like faster
with the weapon tuning. It's faster than the SMGs.
Even without the weapon tuning, it's like instant ADS. And that's the other thing too, is they slowed this game down quite a bit. So like the movement is obviously slower. They got rid of bunny hopping and slide canceling, which I support. Like I mean, bunny hopping I think was less annoying, but the slide canceling stuff, it was just your hands would hurt just doing that shit constantly.
It's too much.
And what they really slowed down in this game was the ADS speed. Like the ADS speed in this game is like real bad. And they also added a ton of idle sway. So like the aiming stability stat on these attachments becomes super important because that idle sway, that really exaggerated idle sway, is like extra recoil because it continues as you're shooting. So you have to compensate for this bobbing gun like this. And so and it's so nonsensical because a lot of the attachments that help you with recoil in this game add to your idle sway. So it's like they made some, I think, questionable decisions when it came to
they're going to fix the attachments. They're broken. Like it's almost always better. All right, a naked gun is really strong, and it's often going to be stronger than the nonsense that someone who didn't actually pay attention to what they're doing and build a good gun would build. If you just put a bunch of good attachments on a gun, my naked gun is way better.
Yeah, you could all of a sudden your sprint out speed and your ADS speed is super slow, and you're just getting
sprint to fire and ADS are what it's all about.
Sprint to fire in this game is actually, I was surprised to learn, faster than in Modern Warfare 2019. It's the ADS speed and the aiming stability that's just, and the sprint to fire speed, which are super slow.